the most important attribute of a CFO is integrity. At the very core of a business is the financial operations. So when you're responsible for the auditing, when you're responsible for transparency, when you're responsible for government compliance, when you're responsible for the bottom line, it's important that you assess the risk, you provide information and clarity, that you have effective communication, and none of those work unless the CFO is willing, even in very, very difficult times, to establish the honest numbers for the enterprise.
The reason we sponsor the event is because we would like to support the local CFO community. As bankers, CFOs are integral to the business and they're important decision makers to the company.
Well, events like this are good for the business community because the business community really collaborates with one another, and the opportunity to bring finance professionals together as well as other business professionals to collaborate within an event like this, meet each other, understand what each other's concerns and issues are as it relates to the business community and the economy in general, really makes us all much stronger.
You know, I didn't have a favorite. They were all very qualified candidates, and I think everybody's going to be pleased with the selections.
Cal CPA thought it was very important to sponsor the San Fernando Valley Business Journal CFO of the Year because a lot of our members are CPAs who are CFOs. So this puts us in front of the CFO community, and the CFO community gets to see who we are. It's very important to us. I think this is an excellent opportunity for the business community to get together, to compare notes, to network, to actually put that face-to-face on what they get to do. There are a lot of things that you can do in today's world technologically, but it doesn't replace that face-to-face meeting, that networking opportunity. So it's very important to get out there and support those events.
I feel honored and surprised. I have a staff that I'm grateful for. I have mentors that I work with, fellow peers and colleagues. Basically, that's what I'm most honored about.
Well, business journal events in general, because we're a business bank. And this is an excellent opportunity to see business opportunities. It's been a great need, so coming to these events is just a great way to help facilitate business.
Well, my company chose to sponsor the event, and the Business Journal is a perfect place for us to be because we are reaching the user buyer, the people that we actually work with.
I feel truly honored. It's something that frankly was a bit of a surprise. I'm very flattered that somebody would consider my work and my professionalism at the level warranting this type of nomination. I'm truly honored.
I nominated Caitlin Steele of Barry's Tickets. She's the CFO there. Just based on her industry experience, I mean, her CFO experience is deep within the industry with other major corporate employers that she's been a part of. She's been part of Barry's tremendous growth and has really taken a handle of their financial situation and properly put the right team to manage the finances and the growth of the company. Really an impressive CFO, and we come across a great many at the bank. That's why we're key in our recommendation and nomination for her. Yes, we also nominated Mark Jennis of Jennis Productions. Their DBA name is Event Makers.
It's a phenomenal feeling to be nominated for CFO of the Year. Basically, there's so many companies right now that are struggling, that are doing well. You have such a mix going on in the market, and the CFO has to really lead in this type of environment. The CEO can forecast going forward, but during these difficult times, the CFO is on the ground doing what he needs to do. So for me to be nominated, some of the people that I met here today, it's amazing the kind of individual. So for me to be in that group, it's a great honor.
Our nominee was Phil Marshall, the best there is, because first, he's an outstanding employee, secondly, he's a very good friend, and number three, he's that one guy that always offers to help no matter what the problem is.
We at Woodbury University have been partnered with the San Fernando Valley Business Journal for the better part of the last decade, and for us it's simply this, that it increases our visibility in the business community, but more importantly, it creates a cohesiveness in the business community. It creates a certain community spirit.
I feel from an editorial perspective at the Business Journal, these events give us as editors and reporters an opportunity to really get to know the breadth of each industry that we feature at these events, get to know the people better, get to know the movers and shakers in those industries, and find out more about these businesses.